Hello, everyone, and welcome. It's Nurse Sarah from the Oak Lane Wellness Clinic. I want to talk about something I hear a lot from my patients. Folks just like you and me. It's that feeling around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You know the one, where your energy just seems to dip, and you find yourself reaching for a nap or another cup of coffee. Maybe you felt it too, that little slump that sneaks up on you. It's not a major health crisis. It's just a pattern. A little slump that can get in the way of enjoying your afternoon, whether that's playing with grandkids, working in the garden, or finishing a project in the workshop. I hear this story every single week. And you know what? It's completely normal. Our bodies change as we get older, and sometimes the foods we've always eaten might not be serving us quite the same way. But here's the good news. And I mean really good news. What if I told you that we could smooth out those energy slumps with a few simple, delicious choices? No complicated diets, no expensive supplements, just smart, gentle swaps. Today, we're going to explore 4 incredibly simple fruit swaps, moving away from a few fruits that might be causing these slumps, and embracing some wonderful alternatives that can truly support your health and vitality after 60. These aren't drastic changes, they're kind adjustments. Small shifts that can make a real difference in how you feel. Let's get started. Let's talk about our first everyday challenge, the afternoon energy slump. And the surprising culprit can sometimes be grapes. Now, don't get me wrong, grapes are easy. They're sweet and they're refreshing. Many of my patients tell me they love grabbing a handful from the fridge. It feels like a healthy choice, and in many ways, it is. But here's what's happening behind the scenes. Grapes are very high in sugar and have very little fiber. Think of that sugar rush as kindling for a fire. It burns bright and fast, giving you a quick burst of energy. But then it's gone just as quickly, leaving you with the ash of an energy crash. Picture this. You eat your grapes around 2 o'clock. By 3:30. You're wondering why you suddenly feel so tired, why your mind feels a little cloudy, why you're already thinking about your next snack. This up and down cycle can make you feel tired, mentally foggy, and even trigger cravings for more sugar. It's a roller coaster we don't need in our day. Your body deserves better than that. You deserve steady, reliable energy. Now for the smart swap. Berries. Think of blueberries, raspberries, or blackberries. If grapes are the kindling, berries are like a steady burning log. Look at these beautiful berries here. They are also sweet. Nature made them that way, but they come packaged with a huge amount of fiber. This fiber is like a gentle friend to your body. It slows down the absorption of sugar, giving you a steady, sustained release of energy. No spike, no crash. Just smooth energy to power you through your afternoon. And here's the bonus. These berries are packed with antioxidants that are fantastic for brain health. Research has shown they can help with memory and focus. So you're not just avoiding a slump. You're actively feeding your brain. Think of it this way. When you choose berries, you're choosing to be kind to your future self. The you who wants to feel alert at 4 o'clock. The you who wants to enjoy dinner without feeling drained. One of my patients, Margaret, made this switch 6 months ago. She told me, "Sarah, I don't know what you did to me, but I actually look forward to my afternoon now." That's the power of working with your body instead of against it. Try keeping a bowl of mixed berries in the fridge for an easy-to-grab snack. They are wonderful on their own, or with a spoonful of plain yogurt. Sometimes I'll add a tiny drizzle of honey. Remember, we're not eliminating anything from your life. We're just making a gentle adjustment, one that your body will thank you for. Our next challenge is what I call the hidden sugar trap. And this one might surprise you, because it often comes in packages, like dried fruits, raisins, dried apricots, or dates. I see these in so many of my patients' pantries, and I completely understand why. The convenience is undeniable. You can toss a little box of raisins in your purse, Keep some dried fruit in your car. They don't spoil. They travel well. They seem like the perfect healthy snack. But here's what happens during that drying process. All the water gets removed. And when the water disappears, the sugar gets concentrated. Think of it like this. A small handful of dried fruit can contain the same amount of sugar as several whole fruits. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine sitting down and eating 4 fresh apricots. Go ahead. Picture it. The water and fiber would fill you up. Your stomach would send a signal to your brain saying, "Okay, that's enough." But with dried apricots, you can eat the equivalent amount of sugar in just a few bites, and that full signal never arrives. Your body doesn't even realize what just happened. It's very easy to overdo it, leading to another blood sugar spike. And over time, this can contribute to inflammation. I had a patient, Robert, who loved his afternoon handful of dried cranberries. They're fruit, Sarah, he'd say. And he was right. They were fruit. But he was eating the sugar equivalent of 6 whole cranberries without even realizing it. The gentle solution here is to embrace the whole fruit advantage. And there's no better example than a simple, crisp apple. Look at this beautiful apple. It's nature's perfect package. An apple gives you that sweetness you might be craving, but it's bundled with water and 2 types of fiber. The soluble fiber, called pectin, is wonderful for managing cholesterol. It also feeds the good bacteria in your gut. Those helpful little workers that keep your digestion running smoothly. The insoluble fiber helps with digestion too. It's like a gentle broom, helping everything move along. Because of this fiber and water, an apple is incredibly satisfying. It helps you feel full and controls your appetite. Your body gets the message. Thank you, that was exactly what I needed. It's a snack that works with your body, not against it. When Robert made this switch, he told me something beautiful. He said, "Sarah, I used to feel guilty after snacking, like I'd done something wrong. Now when I eat an apple, I feel proud, like I've taken good care of myself." That's exactly the feeling we're going for. An apple with a small piece of cheese makes a perfectly balanced snack. Or try it with a few almonds. The combination of fiber, protein, and healthy fats will keep you full and energized for hours. You might be thinking, "But Sarah, what about convenience?" I hear you. Here's what I suggest. Wash a few apples when you get home from the store. Keep them visible on your counter, or pre-slice them and store them in the fridge with a little lemon juice to keep them fresh. When you reach for that apple, you're choosing to honor your body. You're choosing sustained energy over a quick fix. You're choosing to feel good about your choices. And that feeling, that's worth more than any convenience package. Our third challenge is a bit different. This one is less about energy and more about safety. And it's something I'm very passionate about. It's the medication mix-up, and it involves grapefruit. Now, I want to be very clear about something. On its own, grapefruit is a fine fruit. Many people have enjoyed it for breakfast. It's tart, it's refreshing, and it feels like a healthy way to start the day. But here's what I've learned. For anyone taking common medications for blood pressure, cholesterol, anxiety, and many others, grapefruit can be genuinely risky. I don't say this to scare you. I say this because I care about you, and because this is something that many people simply don't know. Let me explain it in a way that makes sense. Think of it this way. Your body has an enzyme that acts like a gatekeeper. This gatekeeper controls how much medication gets into your bloodstream. It's like a careful bouncer at a restaurant, making sure the right amount gets through. Compounds in grapefruit can essentially distract that gatekeeper. When the gatekeeper is distracted, far too much medication can slip through, leading to dangerously high levels in your body. It's like taking a much higher dose than your doctor prescribed. I had a patient, Eleanor, who loved her morning grapefruit juice. She'd been drinking it for 20 years, but when she started taking blood pressure medication, nobody told her about this interaction. She ended up in the emergency room with dangerously low blood pressure. Thankfully, She was fine, but it was a scary wake-up call. That's when Eleanor and I discovered a wonderful alternative. So, what's a wonderful, sophisticated, and safe alternative? Let me introduce you to the pomegranate. I call this the heart's guardian. Look at this beautiful fruit. Pomegranate is loaded with unique antioxidants that are incredible for cardiovascular health. Studies suggest they can help keep blood vessels flexible and support healthy blood pressure, all without interfering. It's like having a friend who supports your health goals instead of working against them. The beautiful red seeds, or orals, are a delight. They're like little jewels. They add a sweet, tart burst of flavor. My granddaughter calls them nature's candy. If chewing seeds is difficult, 100% pure pomegranate juice is a great option. Just look for brands with no added sugar. You want the pure stuff. Eleanor now starts her day with a small glass of pomegranate juice mixed with sparkling water. She calls it her ruby morning drink. She says it makes her feel elegant and heart-healthy at the same time. But here's the most important part of this whole conversation. The better safe than sorry rule. If you take any prescription medication, please have a quick chat with your doctor or pharmacist. Ask them to confirm if grapefruit is safe for you. It's a simple question. Is it okay for me to eat grapefruit or drink grapefruit juice with my medications? That's it. They'll know immediately, and you'll have peace of mind. Your pharmacist is there to help you. Don't be shy about asking. I promise you, they'd much rather answer this question now than deal with a problem later. Remember, we're not trying to complicate your life. We're trying to simplify it by making smart, safe choices that work. When you choose pomegranate over grapefruit, you're choosing to be proactive about your health. You're choosing safety without sacrifice. You're choosing to take excellent care of yourself. And that's exactly what you deserve. I want to share a story about a patient of mine, a wonderful gentleman named Frank. Frank is a 68-year-old retired woodworker, and he absolutely loves spending his afternoons in his workshop. Picture this. Frank has this beautiful workshop behind his house. It smells like sawdust and wood polish. He's got tools hanging on pegboards, half-finished projects on every surface. It's his sanctuary. Frank came to see me about 6 months ago, not for anything serious, just his regular checkup. But during our conversation, he mentioned something interesting. He told me he'd always had a glass of grapefruit juice with breakfast. Been doing it for 30 years. Sarah, he said. And he would snack on a big bowl of grapes in the afternoon while he worked. But here's what caught my attention. Frank mentioned feeling that familiar 3 o'clock slump. He said he often felt bloated and uncomfortable, especially in the afternoons. I thought it was just part of getting older, he told me. I could see the frustration in his eyes. Here was a man who loved his workshop time, but his energy was betraying him. So we talked about these very swaps, the exact ones I've been sharing with you today. Frank was skeptical at first, and honestly, that's completely normal. It's just fruit. Sarah, he said, how can fruit be the problem? I loved his honesty. So I said something that I want to share with you too. Frank, I'm not asking you to change everything at once. That would be overwhelming. Just try one thing. For 1 week, swap your afternoon grapes for a bowl of blueberries and see how you feel. One simple change. 1 week. That's all I asked. Frank liked that approach. It didn't feel like I was taking away his entire routine, just asking him to experiment. A week later, he came back for a follow-up, and what he told me was perfect. He said, "You know, it's funny. I didn't feel a jolt of energy. I wasn't suddenly 20 years younger, but I did notice that I wasn't watching the clock for my afternoon coffee. I just felt steadier. Steadier. That's exactly the word we want to hear." Frank was encouraged, so he decided to try another swap. He replaced his grapefruit juice with a splash of pomegranate juice. "It tastes fancy," he said with a grin. And then, on his own, Frank started packing an apple for a mid-morning snack instead of raisins. If berries work, maybe this whole apple thing works too. he reasoned. I love patients like Frank. Once they start feeling better, they become their own best advocates. A month later, Frank's feedback was the best I could hope for. He looked at me and said, "Sarah, it's not a miracle cure. I'm not running marathons, but I genuinely feel better. My energy is more even. My stomach is calmer, and I'm enjoying my workshop more than ever." He paused and then added something that still gives me chills. "I feel like I'm taking good care of myself instead of just getting by." That is right there, is the power of small, smart choices. Frank's workshop time became sacred again. He wasn't fighting his body anymore. He was working with it. So, let's recap Frank's journey. Because his story is really your story too. Instead of the energy slump from grapes, he chose the brain-boosting, steady energy of berries. No more afternoon crashes. Instead of the hidden sugar trap of dried fruit, he chose the filling, fibrous apple. His mid-morning snack actually satisfied him instead of leaving him wanting more. And for safety, he swapped the potential medication mix-up of grapefruit for the heart-guarding pomegranate. Frank takes blood pressure medication, so this swap gave him peace of mind along with great taste. 3 simple swaps, 3 months of gradual change, and a completely different afternoon experience. Frank still calls me sometimes, just to check in. Last week he told me he's teaching his grandson how to use his tools. I have the energy for it now. Sarah, I can keep up with an 8-year-old. That's what we're really talking about here. Not just fruit. We're talking about reclaiming your afternoons, feeling confident in your energy, being present for the people and activities you love. Frank's story could be your story. These same gentle changes can work for you in your kitchen, your garden, your living room. You deserve to feel as good as Frank feels. And these simple swaps can help you get there. Now, I'm not asking you to overhaul your entire kitchen today. That would be overwhelming, wouldn't it? Like I told Frank, the goal isn't perfection, it's progress. So here is my gentle invitation to you. Pick one. Just one of these smart swaps to try for the next week. That's it. One simple change. Maybe it's having a crisp apple instead of a handful of raisins, or trying some blueberries with your yogurt tomorrow morning. Perhaps it's switching your grapefruit juice for a splash of pomegranate juice. Whatever feels right to you, whatever feels doable. Then, I want you to do something important. Pay attention. See how you feel. Notice the small changes. Does your energy feel different? Does your stomach feel calmer? Are you reaching for that afternoon coffee? Your body is always talking to you. These small changes give you a chance to listen. Remember, there's no prize for doing everything perfectly. There's no test at the end. This is about being kind to yourself, about making choices that support the life you want to live. I would love for you to share your journey with us. In the comments below, let me know which one swap are you going to try. I read every single comment, and I truly care about your experience. And please, share your results too. Did the apple keep you fuller, longer? Did the berries help with that afternoon slump? There is so much we can learn. Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear. This community of people choosing to take good care of themselves, it's beautiful. You're not alone. If you found this helpful, please share it with someone you care about. Maybe a friend who mentions feeling tired in the afternoons, or a family member who's always looking for healthy snack ideas. Sometimes the most loving thing we can do is share. Remember, taking care of your health after 60 is a journey made of small, consistent steps. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to change everything at once. You just have to start. And here's what I want you to remember most of all. You're in the driver's seat. Every simple, mindful choice you make is an act of self-care. It's a vote for your own health and vitality. It's you saying, I matter. My comfort matters. My energy matters. Because you do matter, more than you know. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. It's been an honor to share these ideas with you. From all of us here at the Oak Lane Wellness Clinic, be well, stay active, and enjoy your food. Take care of yourselves. You're worth it.